Well, it's been dubbed China's version of Lehman Brothers. Property juggernaut Evergrande, one of China's biggest corporations, is drowning in some $400 billion of debt. And economists fear it won't just cripple China's economy, but reverberate around the world, including here in Australia. Let's bring in my experts to have a look at this. Economics panel from Melbourne, business commentator Terry McCrann, and from Sydney, founder of the Switzer Report, Peter Switzer. Terry, I'll start with you if I can. You've written about Evergrande for the Australian newspaper today. Explain to my viewers in black and white terms what's going on and what it means for Australia.
Well, we've all seen the story before, Peter. We've got a property company that's borrowed hundreds of billions of dollars to build properties and which they hope to sell obviously at a profit, and it's all imploding. We've seen that happen many times in Australia over decades. The issue, I think, with Evergrande, two issues really, is the size of the problem, which is, as you say, it's got over $400 billion of debt. That's Australian dollars. But we don't really know because China is so opaque. You don't know how far those threads will run. And secondly, it's really a symptom of that much bigger problem, which is all those ghost cities, all those excessive properties that have been built, constructed to keep the China miracle going. So when you pull on that little bit of string, are you going to unravel something far bigger than simply a single company collapsing? But right now, as we talk, it seems that they're going to bail Evergrande out. The combination of it doing a deal with its creditors and the People's Bank of China pouring in more liquidity into the market, they're going to postpone the issue. They're going to kick the can down the road. Now, how long they can kick the can down the road, who knows? But right now, we're not going to have a complete meltdown in the next 24 hours or indeed in the next week.
Peter, a very good point made by Terry there. The system, we've heard about this because it is such a big company and it's hit the international airways, but so much that goes on in China, we just don't know about it, or we can't trust the numbers that we're getting out of China. There's definitely something going on because as President Xi, he's taken on some of the big Chinese companies we know about, Alibaba, Tencent and others. There's been a real ideological assault on the private economy. There's tax changes and a whole lot of things. What do you think's going on?
Yeah, well, in fact, Evergrande's problem is a part of the whole crackdown by Xi. He's actually basically saying companies cannot hold too much property. So in many ways, they had to actually discount sales and start moving properties, which undermines the whole very nature of the excessive debt that Terry was talking about. And at this point in time, you know, probably 2 years ago, you might have thought that China was a decent corporate citizen. But over the last 2 years, they're really playing hardball, not even only locally in their own country, but internationally. So how they play this, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, in the GFC, China came to the rescue of capitalism. Don't know how they're going to play this one.